Let's start with the next part of indices. You have this question: A one third is equal to 2. You have to find the value of A. Now you should know this part, that A half means root of A. A one third means cube root of A. A one fourth means fourth root of A. A three fifth means 3 by 5 root of A. This is the meaning of this. Let's do another thing that you should know conceptually. A half, uh, sorry. Another thing that I want you to know is that root of A square is A. Cube root of A cube is also A. Fourth root of A4 is also A. 3/5 root of A raised to 3 by 5 is also A. So this and this gets cut. You should know this part. Okay. Now, when I talk about the question that we have, our question is find the value of A one third. A one third is equal to 2, and I have to find the value of A. Now, this is very easy. You can also do it in your calculator, but we'll do it without calculator. A one third is equal to 2. A one third means the cube root of A is equal to 2. Okay. Now what will I do? I will transfer this cube root from here to here. So it will become A is equal to, when the root is transferred, it goes the opposite side. So it will become 2 cube. Okay. So A will be equal to, what is 2 cube? 2 cube is nothing, but it is 8. This is the answer. Let's do the next part. I want you to try and think, okay? And then do it. The first part, when you do it, you try to simplify it. It will be x squared over x raised to 5 by 3. Your law of indices says that if a raised to m upon a raised to n, so it will become a raised to m minus n. So it will become x raised to 2 minus 5 by 3. Now, if I'm solving 2 minus 5 by 3, what I'm going to do, I want to make the denominator same. So I will multiply this both sides by 3. So this will become 6 minus 5, 6 by 3 minus 5 by 3. So it becomes 6 minus 5 by 3. 6 minus 5 by 3 is 1 by 3. So the answer is x to the power 1 by 3. Let's go ahead. You have simplified the algebraic expression 4x squared into 3x raised to minus 1. Okay, let's see. This is a multiplication sign, so I can separate the constants separately and the variables separately. So it will become 4 into 3 constant into x squared into x raised to minus 1. So this becomes 12. And over here, I can put my law of indices. A raised to m into a raised to n will make it a raised to m plus n. So this will become x raised to 2 plus n. So 2 minus 1. So the answer will become 12x. Let's go to the next one. I want to simplify this. How would I simplify it? The first way is write it properly. So it becomes 24x cubed divided by 8x raised to 11 by 5. Deal with the constants separately and deal with the variables separately. So this is 8 ones are and this is 8 threes are. So it becomes 3x cubed over x 11 by 5. You can apply your law of indices, which says a raised to m over a raised to n. It will give you a raised to m minus n. So this will become 3x raised to 3 minus 11 by 5. Now let's see what is 3 minus 11 by 5. I have to make the denominator same, so I will multiply both sides by 5, up and down, numerator and denominator. So it becomes 15 by 5 minus 11 by 5. So this will become 4 by 5. So it is 3x raised to 4 by 5. Let's do the next sum. It is 15x raised to minus 2 by 3 over 10x raised to minus 2 by 3. You can do one thing over here is 5 threes are and 5 twos are. So it is 3 by 2 x raised to minus 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3. So it becomes 3 by 2 x raised to minus 2 by 3, and this minus and minus would become plus 2 by 3. So it becomes x raised to 0. And the law of indices says a raised to 0 is equal to 1. So the answer would be 3 by 2. Let's go to the next one. You're given that y is equal to 1 by 16x4. I have to express it in the form of axn, where a is a constant and n is a constant. A is a constant and n is a constant. So I will write 1 by 16. Okay, I've been given the question also. Y is equal to half. Y half. In place of y, I will replace 1 by 16x4. Then I will put it raised to half. Okay. And I have to find what? I have to express it in the form of ax raised to n. Okay. Think how would you do it? The half would go to both the things. This half over here will go to 1 by 16 and this half will go to x4 also. So let's give it. So it becomes 1 by 16 raised to half multiplied by x4 raised to half. Let's deal with this part first. A raised to m into a raised to n, it becomes a raised to mn. So this will become x raised to 4 into 1 by 2. So this becomes x squared. Okay. Now let's deal with this. Anything raised to half means a square root. So this will become square root of 1 by 16. Root of 1 is 1. Okay. And root of 16 is 4. So the answer is 1 by 4 x square. So I have expressed it in the form of a x n. So this is the solution to it. The same thing I have to express in the form of ax raised to n when y is equal to minus 1. The same question when y is equal to minus 1. In place of y, I will substitute 1 by 16x4. The whole thing raised to minus 1. Now I will give this minus 1 to both the things. This I will solve it a raised to mn. So x raised to 4 into minus 1. And this would become 1 by 16 raised to minus 1. So now, if you know the law of indices says that when the power is negative, negative means reciprocal. You give the same power, you reciprocate it, and the power becomes positive. So 1 by 16 minus 1 is nothing but 16. Reciprocal. 16 goes up, 1 comes down. And the power will become positive. That is 1. Mn. A raised to m into a raised to n. It makes it a raised to mn. So this will become x to the power minus 4. So the answer is 16 x raised to minus 4. Same thing, but now the y is minus 3 by 2. Okay, let's do it. In place of y, I will put 1 by 16x4. Everything raised to minus 3 by 2. This becomes 1 by 16 raised to minus 3 by 2. And this becomes x4 raised to minus 3 by 2. Now let's go ahead. Negative means reciprocal. Negative means reciprocal. So the power will become positive. The power will become 3 by 2. And I reciprocate this. That means this will go up and this will come down. So this becomes 16 raised to 3 by 2 multiplied by x raised to 4 into minus 3 by 2. This is 2 ones and this is 2 twos. So now this is 16 raised to 3 by 2 into x raised to minus 6. Now over here. I know 16 raised to half means root of 16. So 16 raised to half is root of 16 and this cube I will put over here. Okay. Now let's see what is 16 cube. 16 cube root. This you can find using the calculator if you do not know it. So it will be root of 16 is 4 and I will write cube into x raised to minus 6. 4 cube is nothing but 64 x raised to minus 6. When you use a calculator to find the answer for this, you're directly going to get 64. Just keep that in mind. Okay. So with your the next video, we will solve more questions. Let's do the next question. You're given this question and you have to find the value of A. The first thing that you will always do is start thinking. You have to find value of A. You're given 128 root 2 is equal to 2 to the power A. Let's try 128 into root 2. Let's see what is 128. 2 to what power is 128? So in your calculator, you can try finding 2 to the power x is equal to 128. You will find what is x. So I know 2 to the power something will be 128 and I will copy this root 2 exactly. So I know 2 to the power 7 is 128. Please ensure that you make the use of your calculator over here. So 2 to the power 7 is 128. 2 to the power what is 128? So it is 2 to the power 7 is 128. Now into root 2. Root 2 is nothing but 2 raised to half. Okay. Now this is all equal to 2 raised to a. This is all equal to 2 raised to a. This is all equal to 2 raised to a. Now I will apply my law of indices which says a raised to m into a raised to n is going to give you a raised to m plus n. So this will become 2 raised to 7 plus 1 by 2. I will multiply this into 2 into 2. So this will become 15 plus 2. 2 raised to 14 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So this will become 2 raised to 15 by 2. 2 raised to 15 by 2. This is all equal to 2 raised to a. It's all equal to 2 raised to a. Now the law of indices says that if a raised to m is equal to a raised to n, that means the base is same. So m will be equal to n. So it means that 15 by 2 is equal to a. This is your answer. I had to find the value of a. So value of a is equal to 15 by 2. Come on, the next question is write down the value of 64 1 by 3. Think. 64 1 by 3. I know x raised to 1 by 3 is what? Cube root of x. So 64 raised to 1 by 3 is what? Cube root of 64. This you will put in your calculator. You're directly going to get an answer. It is equal to 4. So 64 1 by 3 is equal to 4. Ensure you know proper use of calculator. Use your answer to part A. Your part A answer was 64 1 by 3 is equal to 4. To show that 64 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 16. So 64 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 16. So this I have to split it into one of this part. So this becomes 64 1 by 3 raised to minus 2. Because 1 by 3 into minus 2 is going to give minus 2 by 3. Okay. I have to show that this is equal to 1 by 6. So I'm starting with the left hand side. So 64 minus 2 by 3, 64 1 by 3 into minus 2. I know 64 1 by 3 is how much? This will be 4, the whole raised to minus 2. Okay, so this is going to be 4, the whole raised to minus 2. Now think. You have to think, you have to make it equal to 1 by 6. 1 by 16, sorry. No problem. If I have a root, if I have negative, negative involves what? Reciprocal. So it becomes 1 by 4. This will become positive. So this will become 1 by 16. Okay. So 64 minus 2 by 3 is 1 by 16. You're given a raised to 1 by 3 is equal to minus 4. Find the value of a. A raised to 1 by 3 is equal to minus 4. I know a raised to half is what? Root a. A raised to 1 by 3 will be cube root of a. So cube root of a is equal to minus 4. So what will be a? Think. I will take this cube root and I will put it over there. So a is equal to minus 4. If the root goes on that side, it becomes cube. If the root is going to go the other side, it is going to become cube. So a is going to be 4 cube is nothing but 64. So it's going to be minus 64. I have to simplify. What I have to simplify? X raised to 11 by 6 over x raised to 4 by 3. A raised to m over a raised to n. It is going to give a raised to m minus n. So this will become x raised to 11 by 6 minus 4 by 3. I have to make the denominator same, so I will multiply by 2. So this is going to become x raised to 11 by 6 minus 8 by 6. So this is going to become x raised to 11 minus 8, 3. 3 by 6, 3 ones are, 3 twos are. So this is going to become x raised to half. I have simplified it. Let's do the next answer. I need you to try this. Pause the video, try it, and then resume.